toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Arizona State Sun Devils. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. We normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
The give to the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Let's talk for a second about Arkansas. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Yeah, and he did a really good job selling this, dropping back to pass, waiting a little bit of time, and giving his running back a chance to run down the field. He runs the wheel route. He's open, throws a strike, gets in for the touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Guys, when you think about Arizona State, as most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Just a short pass to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Can't get him to the ground. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback, making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guy, so you flip it out to him. And a nice gain offensively here. And this is something the defense now is going to have to contend with for the rest of the game, trying to stop this option attack.
They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find.
Sliding for the goal line, and the ball's out. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And what a great play by the defense. With their backs against the wall, they create the fumble and then jump on it in their own end zone for the touchback.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Forced out of the pocket. On the run, deep down the right side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
He's going for a big play downfield and trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Going for the big play. Got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
The Sun Devils will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And it's no good, and they miss an opportunity to tie. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
Yeah, and makes Jerry Jones happy, huh? Noted Arkansas fan, always talking about the Hogs, his Hogs. And this team is always built on that physicality, built on that toughness.
Jackson gonna throw it. Steps away. He's going to run it. Kept it, and he's past the marker. It's a seam wide open. He's run out of bounds at the 20-yard line, and they've got it in the red zone.
It's not fun playing defense. I got to cover these fast wide receivers all over the field. You're going to run tempo. You're going to spread me out. You're going to do all this stuff to me, and then it doesn't work, and you call a pass play, and then it turns into that because your quarterback's so special. This just isn't fun.
Looking to buy time. Not enough space. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. Alabama was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen over the years. Roll Tide, sure, but this one lacked any real style points. Always interesting to see top 5 teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throws to the tight end. Working on the right. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Zips it out to his man.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Dropping back, it's Levin. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They've moved it to the 25, but now from the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the third down pass is incomplete.
If they're able to make that pick, they're wiping points off the board. But because he dropped it, now it's fourth down. And, of course, they're still in field goal range with an opportunity to score 3.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Quarterback making adjustments. Jackson will throw. Keeps looking downfield. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. After the break, they'll go back to work. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, the running back has it. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Right back to the well. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the run, now to throw. Finds his tight end. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. He's got it on the move. And he's gonna take it into the end zone. regular season with this Week 12 performance. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Running back searching for a hole. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Looking to pass. It's Levitt. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Got it in the middle. It's Green. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down.
Timeout, Arkansas.
Trying to pick up a first down. Throws it back. Firing to the right, complete. Off to the races. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He's looking to throw. He's got it for the 2-point conversion, and now they're back to within 1 possession. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. and they come out looking for a spark. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
It's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling. You're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender. But the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
To throw, it's Levitt. Zings it complete to the right. And they're able to get him down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Going downfield for the big play. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. And the Sun Devils will hustle to the line.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks, good things happen for your defense.
Rides to back and leaves it. Snowed under by the defense.
Well, the offense got themselves in a bad position to start, but a nice change up there, handing it off and getting a lot of the yardage back, David, now to set up 3rd and at least a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, and when it's 3rd and forever like that, I'm thinking pass. So great job slipping the run in there. Running back now putting them in a better position. But defensively, I still got him in 3rd and long, still in a good situation here.
They'll run play action. Using his feet to buy time. Got out of trouble and throws. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down. You're in plus territory, no desire to give the football back. Maybe the punt doesn't even work out. They go for it, and it works out well.
So I wonder if you go tempo here, too, now that you just picked up that 1st down. Don't let the defense sub. A lot of these guys now have been on the field for a little while. See if you can catch them off guard here and try and take advantage of how tired they are.
Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Now the play fake. The throw. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way. He's at the touchdown, Arkansas. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Grabbed over the middle, it's Green. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's called it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll start this drive with a pass. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's going to take off. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
That's caught. It's Green. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Sends it back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
This quarterback is really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already been picked off multiple times, and that time that was a bad underthrow. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. They get to him as he throws. Hauls it in. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Takes his shot. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to get this 2nd half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
We'll give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they created a negative play.
And the Sun Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Gain of 23 on the play.
This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Looking to throw on first down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Hamilton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Gonna look downfield again. Makes the grab. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go somewhere else with the ball.
Quarterback adapting. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And here's what I like about this play, man. First thing you do is take away the easy stuff. Make him react, get him outside the pocket, and now you got to catch him. You got to have a plan for a mobile QB when he gets out the pocket. Who's going to pull the trigger, come up, and chase after him? Nice discipline by this defense to get the sack.
Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's going to fire deep. It's a big stride inside the 10. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Running back looking for the end zone to the left. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Tennessee is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Neyland Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UCF. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Power football with the run. Turning it on! All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. He's up to 51 yards rushing so far in this one, and he's closing in on 1,200 for the season. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Jackson will throw. Got a man. It's Berry.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
The Razorbacks can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Dances away to buy time. Rolling right and going deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. There have been many days for the Razorbacks where big plays from the quarterback came by running like Matt Jones, but that was a beautiful throw.
Man, I played against Matt Jones. Played him in the SEC championship game my sophomore year. We beat him 30-3, by the way. Just side note, but just dynamic player. But you're right. Always ground team, ground and pound. When they got that ability to keep some balance, these teams can open up, and Arkansas can have great seasons.
And the Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Oh, it's out! It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
They'll give it to the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
I think the offense was hoping the defense would be expecting inside runs, so they toss it trying to use the speed to get to the outside, but the defense didn't bite. They were there to make a negative play and now set up 4th down.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Making side adjustments here. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. From deep in their own territory, he'll throw it. The sure hands, it's Hamilton. There he goes. He gets him at the 21, but a big play there to get away from the shadow of the goalpost. They picked up 15. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Slings it downfield. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Scanning the field, it's Levin. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking downfield on first down. Looking for the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
But talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Wants to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State! And the comeback is on. Obvious thinking here. Get the 2-point conversion now, and all you'll need is a field goal to tie. To the air, it's Levin. Buys a little time. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Brown. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air on 2nd down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Got it behind the line. It's Berry. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Tight end now in motion. Out of the gun, the inside give. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. He's piled up 65 yards rushing and getting ever closer to that 1,200-yard mark. The Razorbacks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to the ground. This freshman makes a stop after a short gain.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football. I think he's doing a better job of that now late.
Jackson gonna throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Berry. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late will be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Back to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Fires on the move. Working that left side. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. He threw a couple of costly interceptions in that loss last week, but a really good job to take care of the football in this one.
And Reese, at that position, you better have a short-term memory, right? Quarterbacks have to forget about it, move on, forget the mistakes. Nice job putting that behind him last week. Coming out today, putting together a great performance for his team.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Then they add 6 more to go over that trip to the house. They add a little more to the lead as they are right on the verge of ending this long losing streak.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back to pass, it's Nelson. He wants a big play here late. Makes a catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Off play action. He's taking a deep shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Looking down the middle. That's reeled in. It's Hamilton. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Finds his man down the middle. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.